Welcome, 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 welcome to Miss Martin Muses. Welcome to Morning Musing with Miss Martin Muses. We have today the amazing Finn, all the way from Washington.
Hello, hello.
Hello. Well, the Corona Diaries, we have retired to Corona Diaries because as of May 1st, when places opened up, or relatively speaking, opened up. But that doesn't mean that the fun's going to end. It does not mean that the fun is going to end. One thing that just happened with me is I got an Xbox One.
Woohoo!
Exactly.
Welcome to the fold.
I have made my first step in a larger world, and I'm not entirely sure what I've done, but it's so far it's a lot of fun, and there's loads of people that are really nice, and they're all wanting me to wanting to help me out. I got some suggestions about some games to get, and I've gone ahead and done that. I got Skyrim.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I didn't even know what that was, and apparently the whole planet knows what that is, except for me.
It's basically the Minecraft RPG, like how popular it is. It blew up. It's still around despite it came out in like 2010 or something. And like the fans like it so much, they basically keep releasing their own fan-made patches that increase the graphics, so it always basically looks like new.
Yes. Well, I mean, I think it's great. I just never knew because I went over to the family and I'm like, this is what I'm getting. And they were like, well, what games you got? And I said, this. And well, something called Skyrim. And they're like, you don't know Skyrim. I got a lot of judgmentalism. But then, they all told me all about it. And,
sorry. Wow, that's so exactly what Skyrim fans do. I'm sorry for doing the same thing.
Oh, to me?
Yeah, well, no, whenever someone who plays Skyrim learns someone else hasn't, they immediately go into a pitch.
Oh, gotcha. Hey, it's all right. I don't mind because it means they love me. But so yeah, I got that one. Though I'm gonna need some help with it. I'm wanting to stream it live, but I have no idea how to do that. I mean, people keep saying like get a game card catcher, and I don't know what that even is. So I don't. Yeah, it works.
I think it's the capture card, and it connects it goes between your system and the computer, and I think it's basically like a booster for your graphics card. But honestly, I'm just pulling that out my butt. But I do believe it gives assistance as far as like memory goes and stuff like that.
Okay. But, yeah. Because of course I have no clue. It's like
I don't know. Well, that's the thing. It's like, I guess, because I didn't stream it, but I have tried playing a game and like doing having your video up and yourself in the corner and like recording it that way. And that one's like super easy on the computer, but I imagine that streaming it would be a little bit more complicated. And then when you're on a separate system, it's like, ugh. Yeah. You definitely like to start complicated, Teresa.
Okay, well, yeah, and maybe I need to stop at that, but or get used to it first. But I guess part of the appeal for me to stream it live is people could help me. You know what I mean? It's like,
that's true.
What am I doing? It's like, come help me. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, as Doug Crouse says, Skyrim was pretty good, but the other two before are better. Morrowind and Oblivion, they have a better story. Oh, okay. Well, I can see that. If I knew what any of this means, I could see that. But I trust everyone. And actually, Skyrim, you can't play with other people, if I'm correct. I think
right. And all of the Morrowind and Oblivion, basically in the Skyrim world, Elder Scrolls is technically what the series is called, because basically each game is named after a very specific country or like region in the world. So Skyrim is just where the Nords come from, and like the other ones, like Morrowind, I think is where like the Dark Elves come from. But yeah, so Oh God, I'm sorry. But yeah, so that's basically so like when someone mentions those, they're kind of like sequential games, but they're not labeled as such. I mean, they're not like, Skyrim 1 and 2 or anything like that.
Hmm. Okay. Well, that makes sense, I guess. I'll figure it out, I'm sure. Because part of me, even when I was unboxing it, I was like, allegedly, I'm supposed to like get something free with it, and like a free 1 month to Xbox Gold.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
The only problem is, I'm like, well, how do I get into it? I mean, how do I get it? I mean, I thought that there would be a code or something somewhere, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good question, actually. I bet when you start it up, there'll be a way to link your Xbox to a Microsoft account. So if you have a Microsoft account or you create one, it probably will link it up in some way or give you an option.
Ah, okay. So maybe that's where it is. And I was about to say, Doug Crouse says you're talking to a Skyrim expert, so I can help you. Oh, absolutely. Any help I can get. That's why I'm wanting to stream it live, not to show how awesome I am, but for people to help me. For people.
No, I would love to watch you stream it too. Your like first experience.
Yes, like playing it for the first time. And welcome the Revenite all the way from Liverpool. Welcome.
Hello, I had Nerd Talk, so I instantly came in.
Of course. Well, I got my first Xbox Live, Xbox One Live. I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing, how to play it. My first experience with online gaming. So I'm learning. I'm taking step by step. I spent a lot of time last night kind of going through some of the logistics of it. So I'm getting there. I think maybe I did start a game called, darn it, what's it called? Not Revenite. Portal 2.
Oh, Portal's a fun game, yeah.
Yeah, so I got that because that was also a suggestion, because since I like things like Tetris and stuff, and that it's a puzzle.
Oh, yeah.
And that one,
and it's a great multiplayer game too.
That's what I've heard. So maybe that I can do that with some people, and they can also help me.
Yeah, so I think it's a two-player co-op that like you and someone else can if the experienced player can guide the new person through. A lot of the time is how it works, yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and to do with that, when you were talking about the Xbox Live thing, I believe yeah, I don't know how it works with Gold, but I know that there was a free trial for the Game Pass, so maybe it works the same with Gold, but like I think you'd have to like just start up, like sign up for it with your account, and then probably you'll just get a free trial straight away, I think.
Okay, so like go to where it says sign up for it and they'll let me in. Yeah, and I guess I also have a free game with the NBA something or other.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, it came in that box, and now of course I'm not really into those kind of games, but why not? So I'm assuming that maybe also if I went to sign in there, that it would show up there probably.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you probably, it's either gonna be in your library or you'll have it somewhere. Yeah.
Well, that's fantastic, Jim. I knew you would help me. I knew you all would help me out.
It's been a while. It's been a while since I played Xbox. I did start my my journey on Xbox a long time ago, but I moved to PC recently because well, I needed some money, so I'm just like I hardly ever play on my Xbox anymore, so I might as well get some money for it while I can.
Oh, for sure, yeah. So if I'm correct, you can't play across things. So like if you had some of these games on a PC,
some games you can, some you can.
Okay.
Like so, I'm pretty sure I'm trying to remember. So there's been recent games that you can play. Like I think there are a lot of the shooters recently. You could play cross-platform, like I'm not sure if Call of Duty specifically, but like Fortnite and all that, you can play cross-platform, for example. I know that for sure.
Okay. Well, welcome, Shellback TJC, the Turtle King. Welcome to Miss Martin's Musings, where we are musing about my new Xbox.
Yeah, you'll get no help from me.
We could be helped. So one thing I was going to say, so when you say PC, does that just mean you play it on your computer?
Yeah, I on my computer. Remember we told you it was a while back, but remember that Steam program, right?
Yes.
So you can get a lot of the video games through there, and then you kind of compile a library, and you buy the games on there, and then you just play it through your computer. Yeah.
Okay. And okay. So I guess I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, I mostly have just, PC gaming because I try to like save money. So I'm like, I can game and I can use my computer for all this other stuff. But honestly, if I was more like affluent with my money, I would well, I'm actually considering it, so I can't really say that. But up until now, I would have been reluctant to get a console.
Well, yeah. Sony have not been the best lately, have they? So.
Oh gosh.
Oh yeah, I watched that. It was the biggest fail ever. It started off so exciting. I was watching it on Gaming with Geeks with Lethal Lightning.
Oh, you're talking about the Microsoft one. Yeah, that's actually Xbox. That's that were in charge of that. So yeah, they fucked up yesterday. Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't believe it. I wasn't as mad as they were because I didn't even know it was happening. So I wasn't like waiting for it.
You didn't have expectations, yeah.
But if you're gonna say gameplay, well then in Egypt you need to do gameplay. I don't know what's wrong with all these companies. It's not just like Star Wars and everything. It's like we're gonna find out that you're screwing us over when we see it. So what's the point?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it was mostly the problem of labeling. Like, honestly, I think if they'd just been like, hey, take a sneak peek at our cinematics to give you an idea of the world that we want or something like that, I bet a lot more people would have been completely okay with it. But they were clickbaiting.
To their credit, Mark, director of Microsoft, came out and apologized because they said that they would have just done what they did the month before, I think, because they did a similar thing and didn't say it was gameplay like the month before, but they didn't want to do that and they fucked up and got everyone's expectations up. So yeah, they had to apologize, really.
Well, yeah,
because I mean, content-wise, it looks good. Like, I mean, I know it's not gameplay, but I don't even play those kind of games, and I was like, those look really nice, but I mean, you can't tell. You can't really judge a book by the cover is the problem. But you hope that if they put enough care into the graphics that they would. But then again, there's Last of Us, so...
Yeah. Well, the trailers, I think, were very well done, too. They could have even said trailers. Like, come see our trailers.
That's what they should have done, Teresa, yeah.
Yeah, because they were very well done.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like at the beginning, everyone was excited. They're like, oh, cool. And then some people were like, toward the middle, well, when are they going to get to this? And then they just kept having these Egypts talking.
It's the problem is, like, what do we get from that? Because they just said a lot of fancy buzzwords. Like, we don't have any guarantees on where the game's going. Mm-hmm. So it would have been nice to see some more stuff.
Exactly. It was very, very bad marketing. And speaking of good marketing, it is Ian all the way from London. Welcome, Ian. Welcome to Miss Martin Muses.
Hello.
Hello. We're talking games. I got an Xbox One.
Oh, that's great. Maybe I should leave because I know nothing about games.
Well, you can stick around for daytime drinking with the Saints. That's always fun.
That's cool. Well, it's what time is it over here? It's almost 5 o'clock over here.
Yeah. Oh man, so it won't count for you. You'll need vodka for today's story. So
I'm eating ice cream anyway. So
ice cream. Okay, there we are.
Yeah, because it's really warm today.
I'm sorry.
Really warm today.
Yeah, I heard it's like 25 up by you, right?
Yeah, man. It's lovely.
Okay. Everyone, let's translate from Celsius to.
I'm gonna. I think it's in the 70s, if I remember. 20s, around 70s. So.
Okay, 25. Okay. Well, and for England, that's pretty good.
It is. It is. How are you guys
That's
doing?
lovely.
How are you guys doing?
Oh, 77 degrees. That's really warm for England. Oh, well, I'm doing well. I'm over my I hate humanity. I was kind of done with the planet last week, so I took a little break, and now I'm ready to come back out again.
Yeah, I noticed.
Yeah, well, what was I going to say? I won't say what broke me. I mean, it was nothing, and that was the other thing. It was nothing to do with anybody. I loved everybody. It was something completely unrelated, and it wasn't even anything bad. I just had to sit through something that was really stupid, and then at the end of it, I was just, I'm done. I'm done.
Just to let you guys give you an update, where the whole of England's or London's holding their breath for Boris's talk on Sunday.
Yeah.
So we have to wait to see what he says about whether we can relax the lockdown. So there you go.
So we're going to be keeping our eye on Boris, and I know that probably Culture Casino will not be available because he's probably working, but I wouldn't mind getting a slight update because with this reopening. It's hard for me to tell. Is it bad? Is it good? Because some people are saying it's a disaster. Everyone's dying. And then other people are like, no, it's fine. Everything's fine. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Wrong button. Sorry.
Well, according to Dave Cullen, it's their plan to control the masses, apparently. So I don't know if you guys listened to Dave Cullen. He was talking about it on his last video, and he was very vexed about how he thinks they're using all this to control us. And in the end of the day, we're all going to have apps on our phones so they can trace everyone, and they're using this as an excuse to do all that stuff. So that's what he thinks, anyway.
Oh yeah. Well, There we go. Well, as I'm getting ready to go into okay, before we go more into my Xbox, Lethal Lightning. I'd never let you get hurt, Teresa. Oh, such a gentleman. The Australians, they look after me.
What a deal, that Lethal.
Well, as long as you give them a beer, they're fine.
Yeah, my knight in shining armor. But for reals, thank you. I am seeing Bad Wolf, inviting me to friend him or something. I don't know how that works online. Oh, look at all these things I'm getting roses but when I figure it out, I will. How's that, Bad Wolf? Are you the same thing on? Is that your game name? Yeah, my game name is Miss Martin Muses, so it's very simple. Just the same as here, but they won't let me use my custom because right now they're not taking custom ones because of reasons. They say that they can't keep track of the the moderating because of the high
traffic right now, right?
volume and so custom. So I got a pretty queen. That was the closest I could. So I got a queen on mine with some hearts. All the rest of them were like all these, violent or different things. So there was a little bit of girly. So when I do that, so you won't find my icon. You'll look for the Queen of Hearts, Miss Martin Muses. Now, I guess my question, if anyone knows. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I had problems with Microsoft myself because I had an account that I had the Xbox since the original, and I had an account on that, and my dad made my account back then because I think I was in my teens back then, so he made everything for me. And his account, he stopped using it after a certain point, and I wanted to change the email, and guess what? You need to go to the email to get a code. So I lost all my achievements, like all my memories of games I played, teams, all the all the little achievements I got, I lost it all. So ever since then, I think I've just lacked motivation to play Xbox sadly anymore. But it's,
I know
trust
that
Microsoft.
It's very painful.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm getting there. I might have to maybe do a stream where it'll be teach Teresa how to share, how to so I can stream it live, because I think that would be really good, because people could help me out. They could help me figure out what the heck I'm doing.
I never understood this. Basically, when people play their games and then people watch them play their games. I've never. I mean, I'm completely ignorant to all of this computer game stuff, because I've never ever been into computer games. My whole family's into computer games, but I've never been. So it really puzzles me when I see someone get millions of views because they're just playing their game. Can somebody explain that to me?
I'm on Twitch all the time. I love it. I'm the opposite.
Yeah,
How does it work?
Fun. Yeah.
I think it depends. There's so many different kinds of people who play games too. There's like the hardcore competitive ones where you go watch and learn tricks. And then there's the ones where they play goofy games and make fun of them. There's like nostalgic ones. I mean, it kind of depends on what you're looking for in games. Like, I actually discovered them a long time ago because I was looking up Chrono Trigger music. And I came across someone playing it. And I was like, oh my God, I have to watch this. And then I got lost.
You watched it?
Yeah, it's so much more than it's actually so much more than actually about the game. I think it's more about the person streaming it and like what they bring.
See.
So
it's kind of like you're hanging out with them.
Yeah, it's like you hang out with them. The gameplay is kind of background, because in the end you want to experience it yourself. So the person playing it is more important and has to be entertaining, I'd say, in different ways, really.
Yes, definitely.
And it's also fun. It's also fun hanging out with the people in the chat.
Yes,
too.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh,
and you can put little special icons, and like Ryan Kennel on his, he has a feature like where you can go and do special features. I forget what it's called. Like make music play.
You're talking about you're talking about the stickers and the music playing and all that stuff. Yeah, the interactivity.
Yeah.
And it's funny because he hates half the stuff that plays, and he does it to himself because he knows people enjoy it.
But do they play some old games like I don't know, some Commodore 64 games or something like that?
They're retro streamers as well. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you can find anything on that website. To be fair, even non-gaming related, but I'll quit there because that's kind of easy.
Yeah, those Twitch thoughts, right? Thoughts, as in deep thoughts.
Yeah. Okay, could somebody explain to me? Right, so I've been watching all these videos about The Last of Us, right? And the only thing I'm getting from, because I said I'm not a gamer person, the only thing I'm getting from all of this is that the second part is going to be woke as hell, and that's where the problem is. Is that the only problem?
I'm a big fan of the Last of Us. I played probably a few times the first one, and I love the game and all that. And yeah, I was really looking forward to it. So it's kind of like someone just taking a ladder out from under you, because like you feel like you've gone on a journey, and then they've just like they just did what like all these other people have done. They just entered the agenda and destroyed everything good about it in the second game.
Is that the problem then with it? Yeah.
Well, I would kind of argue. I'll be the devil's advocate. Like I know it's the agenda. We all see it. But I think that not everybody is upset about that part. I think everybody is upset about the spoiler part of it, and not everybody is upset by who is involved with it. But a lot of people, obviously are upset about it for agenda reasons.
Oh.
Yeah, but it's like a double-edged sword, because like a lot of, I think in gaming we've had this before, but the difference this time is that they've gone onto YouTube and abused power at the same time. So they
how do they do that?
Well, they have like, so the short of it, they have like another company that's copyright striking for them, and it's basically striking people's opinions most of the time. Like they just have articles up and they're talking about it. They don't even have anything to do with their game up, so they're not allowed to be doing this.
I think their problem
trying to destroy people's channels.
Yeah.
Well,
Wow.
I put another devil's advocate point of view just because I think that the problem initially was that they were trying to get rid of the suppressed leaks. So they were
Yeah.
just looking for video titles that said spoilers, and they weren't necessarily looking to see if the spoilers were actually in the videos. And then that they might have caught on to that, but they're still doing it. So
No, the thing is, they are absolutely clueless because if you watch the newer stuff they try to do, they've brought out a pattern which is supposed to stop people from doing spoilers, but
I saw that.
but it's like, what are you gonna do? Are you going to go into people's private messages and remove spoilers and all that? Because you're never gonna get rid of spoilers. I'm sorry, that's a ridiculous thing to try and do.
I honestly the only way I could see it actually being implemented anyway would be in game. Although it's a single player game, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah. So unless that, or maybe if it's well, no, I was going to say it's Microsoft. So PlayStation doesn't technically have like a forum, right? Like because I was going to say if you're in the because you could probably do like a word filter or something in a forum. But aside from that, how could you possibly censor every single website or like medium or oh my god, that's hilarious.
Yeah, like they like it's gone to their head. Like they started like I think the point that Bard made, they started off that way. We're trying to stop leaks, and then it's just like they just like their head just exploded. And they're like, I'm gonna try to stop everything. We can't let anything get through. So
yeah, but I mean, I was looking at like a live stream by Gary, and he was saying they went through the history of it. I think it was Doomcock and Gary and somebody else. They did 3 separate videos, and what I could surmise from all this is this woke woman was saying all this stuff, and then this game went in line with what she was saying because of whatever reason. Then it became woke, the game became woke, and then they discovered it was woke, and then they got really upset, and then the company tried to take down those videos, and that's all I know. So I find it weird. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
That's like the start of the story. That's like the start of the story, and the copyright stuff is like, and all this is the end of it, and the patent, and like what? Yeah,
I can't believe it's come to this. That aren't companies scared that they won't make any money? I mean, we're the customers. Aren't they supposed to be pleasing us? Aren't they supposed to ask us what we want? Makes no sense.
I think some of them are blind to anything but what they think is morally just. But then I think that there's a lot of businesses now catching on to it. A lot of companies that are trying to change it. The problem is some of them were already stuck with stuff in the chute so far, and so I hope that there's more people like that are going to start going in a good direction. But the problem is there's that gray area of will everybody start going the other direction because it looks good, like are they going to get guilted into it? But
that trailer just pissed me off so much. Like people like there's people like, oh, this trailer looks really good, and I'm like, but it's like on principle, I can't even think it's good because I know what they're doing.
Right. Well, that's another thing that they basically released a second trailer after the spoilers, right? And it basically is misdirecting. Like it edits it in a way that tries to say, oh no, exactly what you saw happen doesn't happen. And then more spoilers came out and they were like, no.
That trailer was like they had so much of the person that the person involved in the leaks, like the people that were treated badly in the leaks were all over that trailer, just trying to mislead people.
Yeah.
Still, though, this is a major problem going across all of entertainment, isn't it? And it doesn't seem to be calming down now. That's the thing. I mean, with the Marvel comics and the DC and and computer games and movies and TV, it doesn't seem to be calming down. Not from my point of view, of course. I don't know what you guys think.
Well, I think they're all being dumber than rocks. That's this thing. It's
Dumber than rocks.
They think it's so funny. They think it's so funny. Ha ha ha! Let's mess around with the fans. Ha 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 ha. Well, you know what we do then? We're like, this isn't fun. So guess what? Go away. I mean, it's like if I were playing my Barbies when I was a kid, and every time I'm like, oh, I get to play this and I get to put this pretty dress on, and they go, ha ha ha, we just kidded you. There's no new pretty dress. I would eventually I'd just go, okay, bye. It's not fun. I don't know why they think it's fun to subvert our expectations and destroy them too with that choice.
Do you know what? Another thing I've been noticing when I'm looking on not Instagram, what's that one called? The one with the pictures. Instagram, right? Instagram. I've been seeing a lot of because I've got a lot of girlfriends, a lot of friends, and they put up quotes saying things like, a man doesn't know what's going on, and other ones saying that, if quotes basically saying men are rotten. And it kind of, like I ignored it from time to time. But when you're stuck at home and you've got nothing to do and you look at your phone, it kind of gets to you, really. And the last one that was up there, it was from my cousin, and I literally sent her a message saying, "Look, this is bullshit. You know what I mean? All men are not like this. You're when you put something up like that, don't you realize that you're basically picking a fight? That's basically what you're doing."
It's so frustrating.
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry, you go, Bob.
Sorry. I was just going to say, at the end of the day, a jerk is just a jerk human being. It's so frustrating when people attribute like some bad experience to somebody's junk. Because at the end of the day, if somebody is being sexist to you, it's not because they're a man. It's because they're a jerk human being. Exactly. It's like they could say it's because they have a penis, but we know it is because they are a jerk. And so when people are like, oh, well, because there was 3 people who were jerks, in the office and they were men, therefore all men are jerks. It's like, that is not how you do math.
But listen to this, right? This is the one that my cousin put up. She wants to marry, you just want sex. She wants a family, you're not ready for that. She wants a career, and you don't have a job, and you don't care for that. She gives you the password to her social network, a security, more of your trust. You hide everything from her. Do you know what I mean? It's like, well, what is this saying about that guy? Do you know, not every guy's like that. Yeah, I know I'm not like that. And I just don't understand why women are putting up things like this. Yes, look, you know what, right? If you really want the world to be good, you should be fighting for both sides, men and women, not exclusively women. Yes, they've had a hard time, but then again, so has men. Do you know what I mean? I think it's equal. Well, a lot of people argue it isn't equal, but I think it's equal on both sides, no matter what they're doing, whether a man's getting up from doing a 9-to-5 job, or a woman's doing, chores at home, whatever. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of equal when you think about it. And I don't know. I just get the sense that they're trying to destroy the home element, the marriage element, the partnership element. Do you understand what I'm saying?
No, I know exactly what you mean. I mean, let's just be honest. You think that women have had a tough time, but you know what? Try being a man in the United States when slavery was legal and you were kidnapped from your nation. In other words, you're a slave. Yeah, you want to talk about things in the past that you've had some tough times with and oppression. And I will be completely honest with this. I am as white can be. As a woman, my experience has been so much better than, say, women from other countries or women or, people that come from communities that have traditionally been enslaved. It's just like, listen, women, shut the F up. Get over yourselves, and if there is oppression towards women, it's not here. I can tell you a few countries where it is really bad for women. very bad for women. And it sure as heck isn't these places that these ladies are talking about. And we all know what countries I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I've been to some of them. They have a lot of sex.
Yeah. Like, for example, if I was in some of those, Shellback, you being in the military, you know what I'm talking about. It's like, oh, gee, I'm not married. So if I want to go out, I have to have either my father or my brother take me out and accompany me, because a single woman can't be out and about, or actually even married women can't be out and about, right? Don't they always, in some countries, you have to be accompanied by a male relative, and you have to be covered up. And
you know what? I've never forgotten this. This happened about 3 to 4 years ago, maybe even 5 years ago. I remember I was on the tube, and there was this woman, and she was pregnant, okay? And it was a packed tube, and she was standing. And this guy looked at her and he said, "Would you like a seat?" And she said, "Does it look like I want a seat?" I mean, for God's sakes, is this where we're going? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the guy was just saying, you know, do you want a seat because you're pregnant and maybe you need a rest? And she's looking at him like he's a piece of shit and going, "Do I look like I need a seat?" I've never forgotten that at all. And everybody looked at that woman and thought, what a twat. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She deserves to stand now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't understand where this is coming from. I really don't.
Well, it's coming from people that are frustrated. I do want to start steering this back around, though, to gaming. Let's bring some gaming in here, because Xbox One, and some people in the chat were talking about capture cards, about that I could live stream using capture cards, or if there was another way I could, so that people could.
How do they do that anyway? Show the game when they're playing it.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about? Yeah.
Yeah. So like I could put it online, and then.
Yeah, you get this. You get this capture card. I think it connects through a port on your PC. I think it may be USB. I'm not 100% sure. I've not used one before. But you connect it to the back of your Xbox, and it will stream through your PC after that, I think.
Oh, okay.
And then you have a picture of yourself playing at the bottom as well. You can have that, can't you?
Yeah, you have your cam up, as well.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, because that's kind of what I'm.
I mean, you can do without cam as well, though. Some people don't use cam as well.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm not using a cam for obvious reasons. I don't want psychos photoshopping me into things.
Yeah, but you've already got somebody blowing you kisses in the chat, though. Lethal lightning. So you better watch out.
It's welcome to blow anything my way. Yeah. He's my one true love, right? Yeah, and I have sent some links out, especially to people, if you can help me with some of these streaming questions, I'd really appreciate it. I know everyone's busy, but it's just an invitation. Always welcome. Yeah, so let's see. So capture card is what I want to know, and then I guess how to stream with other people. Like a gentleman already gave me his game name, I think, and then I'm supposed to. Bad Wolf gave me it, and then I guess I'm supposed to. What do you invite the people on?
Yeah, like in certain games, you'll like if they're on your Xbox friends list, you'll be able to invite them into the particular game you're playing if they have it and they're on it. Yeah.
Oh my God! Can you imagine what's going to be in the future? It's probably gonna be 3D, and you'll be immersed in the game. Imagine that. Wow.
Yeah, right now we have VR, but it's nowhere near as like crazy as we see in some of the movies or whatever.
Yeah.
You're interacting in person with someone, but you're not actually there or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't understand why there's this push for 3D stuff or VR, just because some of us play video games because we suck at sports. I don't think I could do anything that has me pointing a gun at, like a literal gun at things. But if I have an up and down, I'm good.
I can agree with that in some regards, where it definitely needs to be an option for people not to do it, because like it's some people do it to escape, so they don't really want to like be doing exercise or whatever. If they just want to sit down and like immerse themselves in a world, which doesn't make sense to do that.
I don't even think my living room is big enough for most of that.
Yeah. Okay, so basically what I do is I get a friends list. So I take my Xbox One and I go into my account and I look for friends.
Yeah, you'll have like a friends list there, or like what you have to. I'm assuming you've made your account and all that because I just heard you say that. Yeah, so you should have a friends list there. If you like, you'll be able to scroll through like the different tabs that you've got. Like there should be like one for settings, one for friends, one for. It's been so long I can't remember the exact stuff, but
okay. Well, maybe I can figure that out, and I can search some things around to do that. Yeah, and my name is Miss Martin Muses with the hearts and the queen because I couldn't use my rose. Okay, well, thank you about that. So that's going to be one of the things that I want to do. Oh my gosh. Okay, I have to pause because Lethal wants to live in Teresa's room. Wow. Wow.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Well, my birthday is coming up, Lethal.
But
all you do is fly all the way from Australia.
Tracer, there should be a something on YouTube. Maybe somebody has done something on YouTube showing you how you can do all that stuff. Because usually there is someone on YouTube that's that has a video on it.
There'll definitely be guides. Yeah.
Yeah. Look on YouTube, Tracer.
Okay, so maybe
I can look one up for you and send it if we'll see if.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you for that. And by the way, this is definitely related to all of this. Slytherins, they're trying to convert you, Finn, to Slytherin. What are you? You're not a Slytherin?
Well, I took 2 different tests and got like 2 different answers, so I don't really know what I am. I think I'm like Harry Potter, where I'm like sitting there and I have to pick. But they do have a compelling argument. They have pancakes.
Oh, so what were the 2
argument.
ones that tend to come up?
I got Hufflepuff, and then I got Gryffindor.
Oh, so you would be Grifflepuff.
Yeah, Grifflepuff. Yeah. Or technically, I think Neville was that. Oops, sorry. I am not waiting for a webinar. Shh.
Oh, oops. Yeah, someone might be cheating. Someone might be being naughty in her helicopter flying around. Finn, if you want to post a link for the test, if you wouldn't mind doing that.
It was through Pottermore. I did it on 2 different accounts because I was obsessed.
Okay, yeah, there is one that there are no houses. This is fake news for people who can't decide. Wow. Well, I will say this. When all this stuff first started, and there was one online that has 100 questions, that, in my opinion, is one of the best ones. I came up Hufflepuff. And then life happened. And 20 years later, I am 1,000% Slytherin. I try to be a nice person, but in my soul,
you're evil.
I'm done with humanity, and I just want to take over the friggin' world.
I think I was a Ravenclaw.
Very intellectual. So, I mean, if I was going by halvesies, if Ryan would accept that, it would be Slitherpuff is what I would be. But no, yeah, it sounds really weird. So what I did was, when I changed, because I had all this Hufflepuff paraphernalia, I was like, darn it. But then again, I found that there's a lot more Slytherin material. And so I've got all sorts of Slytherin stuff, and I made me a Slytherin blanket and all sorts of things. So I embrace I almost said lethal side, but lethal's in the chat. So
he also wants to be in your basement or whatever.
Everybody said he's coming to my room. Yeah, all the way from Australia. Boy, yeah. But I think as you get older, like when you're younger, you're stupid. You don't know better. You think the world's a good place, and then you get older and you know the truth.
You get dated.
I still think it's a good place. personally.
Well, that's your problem.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's kind of the equivalent of my as a kid me going, I love snow, and my mom going, you'll hate it when you're an adult, and then now I hate it.
Yes, you do.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to like. Yeah.
I still like snow.
Okay, you still like humidity. Okay,
No,
fine.
no,
You
it's
like-
okay as long as it's not in the road or driveway or anywhere that inconveniences me.
Exactly.
Well, and Slytherins aren't completely evil. I mean, we have. See, what are the traits? I'm just looking it up now. Resourcefulness, cunning, ambition, determination, leadership, self-preservation, fraternity.
Who runs that? Who runs it?
And lineage. That's from the Harry Potter wiki.
Yeah, but the actual person that's in charge of that section. Who's in charge of that section? Isn't
Of
that
the
a guy?
Harry Potter wiki?
Yeah, isn't the guy from Die Hard in charge of that?
Oh yes, well he
Well,
is.
he was evil,
until
right?
Die,
He's
but-
evil.
No, he's not evil. No. Well, he's evil in Die Hard.
He was the sheriff of freaking Nottingham.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
But also, never forget he was Colonel Brandon in Sense and Sensibility.
Oh dear.
Oh yeah, yummy. He was romantic in that.
He was also the little white robot in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Yep, he was.
There. Yes, yes, Severus Snape. Everything. he
See, with a
did.
name like
Did
that,
it-
how could that not be good? How can that can't be good, can it? If you have a name like that,
He
surely.
did it for Lily. He did it all for Lily.
Uh-huh.
Always.
Simp.
Come on, don't you admit? Don't you all have at least one thing saying always? Or maybe not. Okay. All right. Maybe
Always what?
always. Well, that about his devotion to Lily, because Dumbledore was saying, "You still love her after all this time," and he just goes, "Always."
Oh, I see. I remember that bit. But I also remember when he said, "Yippee-ki-yay, mother." There you go. And that was evil.
Indeed it was.
Snape didn't say that, you silly.
He did. Gruber, Hans Gruber.
Oh, okay. I like from Robin Hood. He has this really awesome line where he's complaining, and he's like, "I'll cut his heart out with a spoon."
Yeah.
And they're like, "Why a spoon, brother?" And he's like, "Because it's dull, you'll twit. It'll hurt more." And it's like, oh God, I love him so much.
Well, he's gone now, so God bless him.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
I mean, I really, really love all the Harry Potter stuff. The biggest mistake, though, that they made was when they decided to go back and keep changing everything. Like when after the book was over, and everyone was happy with the planet and how it all ended, and then J.K. Rowling kept going, "Oh yeah, by the way, Dumbledore was gay all this time, and this happened, and Hermione this, and this." And, okay, wait a second. Lethal's test came back. What are you, man? You are.
Oh jeez.
Oh, you are such a tease.
Big bull.
Okay, I'm not going to marry you anymore. The engagement's off.
Big bull.
Lethal. Big bull. Well, yes. So absolutely. It was so much fun. And then she had to do that stupid sequel with what Harry Potter and the
play.
was
The Cursed Child or something.
Child.
And so she retconned that what's her name had a baby with my gosh.
I watched it. It was horrible.
Oh, the plot's horrible. I mean, the best part of all the sequels I have that I've read were the ones that fan fiction people did, but I mean, this wasn't even good fan fiction.
Dude, if you want something entertaining and you haven't seen it, there's that Harry Potter musical that's on YouTube that's like ages old, but it was so well done, and it was for a high school, and like that's hilarious, and they go through the entire series.
It must have been long then.
It is. It's like a musical length, and it's abridged, obviously, but they have songs for everything, and they have great exaggerated personalities for some of their characters, like Snape and Draco and Dumbledore. Oh, it's totally. Oh, and Ron. Oh God, it's totally worth a watch. Just type in Harry Potter.
You know the guy that played Ron. He had a baby. Him and his wife had a baby. Was it today or was it yesterday?
Well,
today.
It wasn't his wife, his girl. Well, he hasn't had it yet. He just announced that he knocked her up.
Oh, his girlfriend. Then
they haven't had the baby yet. Yeah.
No, they have. They've given birth.
That's a. Yeah,
I heard
that's
it was on the news
because
it was on the news.
Wait, they actually gave birth.
Yeah. He's
They announced the pregnancy, and then she must have been further along than we thought.
That's right.
Yeah. But that's pretty traumatizing too, to think of Ron being first of all old enough. I mean, that's almost as bad as I won't be mean, but he's I bet he's a lovely kid, but he's not a kid anymore, right? He's 30?
Not a kid. No, he's not a kid no more.
It's still not as creepy as Macy Williams. It's still not as creepy as Macy Williams making out in Game of Thrones.
No. Oh dear.
No,
we don't want to think about that.
She was legal, completely legal. That was just.
She looks like a kid. It's so painful. I'm like, I can't look at it and be, oh, how romantic or hot.
Yeah, she looked like she was 12. Well, what did they say that after that episode aired? It was the biggest Google question that night was, how old is Maisie Williams?
No. The real question they all should be asking is, how old is Arya? Because that's what matters. And in the books, she would be way too young for that.
Yeah, but those rules don't apply for
Then Dumb and Dumber just say like, oh, they just aged that like for no apparent reason, just to make that make sense.
Wouldn't she still be like 16 maybe by then?
Yeah, but all the stuff, all the relations in that show, and your question is Arya legal age? That's your question.
There are a lot of questions, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Right. They're brother and sister. That's okay. But is she legal age?
Well, I think it was just a situation of where the actress and even Gendry, the actor who played the dude who had to do the love scene with her, because their first scene, she was still a little girl. He said it was a little bit weird but she did grow up on there. But yeah, well, I'm looking at some of these qualities. The servant. No, green and silver. And green and silver is very nice. Slytherins are associated with cunning, ambition, and a tendency to look after their own. Slytherin has produced its share of dark witches and wizards, but members are not afraid to admit it. Slytherins are always striving to be the best, something they have in common with Ravenclaws. However, Slytherins will never leave their own behind. You see, these are good things. These are good
No, it's
things.
not. Listen to the name, for God's sakes. They're evil. Slytherin, for God's sake. What does that mean?
Awesome. Don't be a hater. If you want to make fun of names, look at the American school names that they came up with. Those are hilarious.
I don't know because I don't live in America. So what are they?
I don't even remember them. Some of them are like Snuffle, Horrible Bups, and like all these really stupid names that I swear to God they asked like a kindergartner to come up with.
Is there one of these stupid quizzes where you don't have to sign up for a damn website to take the freaking quiz?
Well, I mean,
Facebook?
You guys.
Oh wait, you have to sign up to Facebook. Darn it.
Yeah. You guys.
I'm on Facebook already.
But in your own schools, did you not have sections that you were part of and stuff in your own schools?
No, they don't do that here.
No, in our school we did, but it was just colors.
Yeah, I know. I mean, you Brits have more fun with school than we do.
I don't think so. Somehow we have to wear uniforms. You guys don't. That's not fun.
Oh no, I loved wearing a uniform. I moved to America right after my 7th year. I'm not my 7th year. Sorry, I was a first year, and I loved wearing a uniform because you didn't have to think; you just wore the same thing, and trying to go from wearing a uniform to having to make 5 different outfits every day. It was really hard. I really liked having a uniform.
I hate wearing a uniform.
I had uniform and same sex, so that was painful. So.
Well, I mean, heck, I was a girl and I had to wear a tie, and I had to knot my own tie.
But yeah, exactly. Today they just have the clip-ons, don't they?
See, that's not fair.
Ties.
I had to
Exactly.
actually tie it.
Exactly.
Cheers.
What's that?
But I mean, but it was nice. It was nice. I do miss that. I do miss not being able to wear the same thing every day. Heck, even now, I wish I had a uniform.
I take it you went to Catholic school, young lady?
No, actually, I did not. No, I went to Protestant school actually because I was a Protestant in Ireland. Some people say I just had an oddball complex. I was a Protestant in Ireland and came to America and became a Catholic because I couldn't stand being in the majority. But in Ireland, everyone has uniforms.
Well, in England, everybody has
here in
uniforms.
America, though, yes, Catholic schools do have uniforms, and I like that too. And because the kids look so cute, they look so cute, like the little ones with their little ties and.
Just feel sorry for the mothers because they have to buy those uniforms. They're so expensive.
Well, the sad thing is, I think they're super cute, but I feel like if I had to wear them forever, I would get really annoyed with it eventually.
Yeah, I did.
Well,
wait. You had to wear a school skirt too?
Yeah, I had to wear a short skirt. No, I had to wear a uniform, and I hated it. It was the same. It was seriously. And if you're from a big family, you'll get hand me downs, don't you? Like I'll be wearing a blazer that's too big for me from my brother. That was before me. Do you know what I mean? That kind of stuff. So yeah, hated it.
Well, and it's so much fun though because. First of all, like I said, the little kids, theirs are so cute, and the girls will, because like they're allowed to do things like have different kind of ribbons and all that, and they look so cute. And then like for the big kids, they will have like special days, like on a Friday, and they get to not wear their uniforms, and it's so much fun because everyone just really goes all out to wear their normal clothes, and it's fun.
Yeah,
it's mainly.
Today they have Friday, dress down Friday, don't they, in most schools? So I think the Fridays they can come in their ordinary clothes. They don't have to wear uniforms in some schools. Yeah. So, yeah.
Well, it's so cute because all my little all the boys, they'll be like, they'll come in with their Spider-Man and their Captain America and their R2-D2 and all that, and and it's just so much fun. The girls all come in with Frozen and everything, and then the high schools, the high schools are actually they have a bigger problem when they don't wear their uniforms because everyone tries to really push it. But that's part of the game. That's part of the fun. It's like just people need to not be so uptight.
In the States, did you guys ever have Jeans Day? Did you have that over in England?
What's that?
Basically, there's like a day in the year where they let you wear jeans instead of your trousers.
I think it's changed now. I think they have Dress Down Friday. I think every month. So like every month they can come in their ordinary clothes. I think. I'm not sure though. But through my nieces, I learned certain things that they do that I wish when I was a kid we did. So. But yeah,
it is what it is. And by the way, the chat, you guys are being friggin' hilarious, and they're having some sort of war or something. Mara's Hugs, I guess, is a ship or something. But no, I think it's great, and I'm so happy to see everybody. And I plan to have more streams where people who know better can help me with some of this technology. Oh my gosh, can Mara make pancakes? I'm not even sure what that means, but
have you set up your have you set up your game? Because you got what did you get?
I got an Xbox One.
Did you set it up already?
Yes, I set it up, and I loaded up my first game, which is Skyrim.
Oh, okay.
and I have
That's
no
cool.
idea what to do. So that's why I wanted. That's why I wanted to live stream it. So I'm like, so people can help me. And I got Portal 2. I got Portal 2, so I can. But that one I can actually invite people to help me out with that one because it's not a single one. So that's what I'm wanting, and then I'm gonna. I want to possibly get some of the what do you call it, the Lego ones, but some of them aren't available anymore, like the Lord of the Rings one, and I really wanted that. I love Lord of the Rings.
Nice.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the heck is going on in the chat, but I just saw I'm a heathen Protestant. No, you're not technically, and I can prove it, but this is not time for theology. But since you've brought it up, since we have theology, it is now story time with Teresa. Story time with Teresa, where we do some daytime drinking. So everyone get your daytime drink ready, and we're going to have some story time. The only channel where you will see such a thing, Drinking with the Saints, the Sinner's Guide to a Holy Happy Hour.
Is this a story?
Wow. Well, here's the story. Let's see. What's the story for today? Some of these are very irreverent, but and some of these will knock you right into drunkenness very, very quickly. So this is May. So you need some vodka. So everyone get some vodka if you want. And what do we have? Why, kids, we have a poll. We have a poll today. Stanislaus was born in Poland. And oh my gosh, when his soldiers refused to touch the holy bishop, the king killed Stanislaus himself. So he's one of those dudes that got slaughtered. Okay. And to honor this martyr of Poland, tried vodka, either from his native land, and by the way, Polish vodka is great, such as Belvedere, Chopin, oh, I love that, that's good stuff, or Sobieski, or one that is inspired by traditional Polish vodka. An especially appropriate choice would be Cracovia vodka, which bears the name of Saint Stanislaus C. So let's look at the recipe. So take some vodka, preferably some Polish vodka. And let's see. Get yourself a martini glass. Wow. Okay. So go ahead and chill it. Fill it up with ice. Chill it. Get yourself a lemon twist. Oh, it's called drinkable honey. Wow. And get your martini glass. Fill it with ice and water. Chill it. And then put drizzles of honey, add the straight vodka, and sip it until you pass out. You see?
Seems pretty simple.
Seems very simple. So that's your recipe for today. So go ahead and get drunk. Drinking with the Saints, the Sinner's Guide to Happy Hour, in honor of the bishop that was slaughtered in the 12th century, apparently. You see, because all of these saints were from different countries, so they have really good vodka. I would say for all of you that want to try some good vodka, if you have the opportunity, Chopin, that's some kick-ass vodka. That's some vodka I would highly recommend. So that's what it's going to be. And then, well...
Hey, Teresa?
Tomorrow. Yes, sir.
So I found a Harry Potter house quiz thing on BuzzFeed that I didn't have to sign up for. And it says that I am 37% Gryffindor, 27% Hufflepuff, 20% Ravenclaw, and 16% Slytherin.
Huh.
So
what's your majority?
Gryffindor. Well, I mean, single, it would be Gryffindor, but let's see.
Okay, you're Gryffindor. So welcome to
20,
Gryffindor.
Mazel tov.
47% Huffleclaw.
Huffleclaw. That sounds like a very complicated test you have there.
Yeah.
But as you know, only the cool kids are true in Slytherin, because
Yeah.
you know what? The world's full of goodies that just need to die.
Oh my gosh.
Did I say that out loud? No, I didn't.
You heard
No,
it
I'm
first, you
sorry.
guys.
No, they
Yes,
don't
you
need to
did.
die. They just need to go away and leave me alone. Oh, and by the way,
You know
welcome, Will Gentry. We have another Brit. Wow, yeah, a lot of people are commenting on all of this. Okay, now, speaking of which, let me see. I might be able. Darn it. Pardon my French. Okay, I'm supposed to be in a meeting, and this might be one that I may not be able to cheat at. Let me see.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay, so we have two. Shellback. Let's share what Shellback had to say. Okay, here we go. That looks incredibly complicated. You don't really have a majority of anything, man.
It's just a film.
No, it's not just a film. Shut up.
How dare you, sir? Get out of here.
How dare you?
And
How
a book.
dare you? It's not
Do you know what,
Oh,
right?
yeah, it says Mr. Filmmaker. Just a film? Just a film?
Just a film, just a book.
Mhm.
Do you know what, right? They wanted Spielberg to take over when they first wanted to make it into a movie, and he wanted that guy from what's that film called? With the boy that sees the ghost. I can see dead people. What's that film called? Somebody tell me.
The Sixth Sense.
He wanted that boy to play Harry Potter.
Oh my God.
He did,
Mhm.
and then A.K. Rowling said, "No, we want British people," and then Spielberg bowed out, and we got what we got at the end of the day. I bet you guys didn't know that.
Huh. That's interesting.
Well,
It is.
Mega Geek, I'm sorry, I do give in to the crowd. Okay, I kicked him. That's the first person I've kicked. I feel terrible. Okay, let me bring him
I
back.
don't know
I
what
feel bad.
happened.
I'm sorry, I feel terrible. I've never kicked anyone before.
How?
They were rioting in the chat.
They were rioting.
Oh my
Excuse me,
goodness.
just a film.
Look at you starting a war.
Yeah,
I know, it's good,
and
isn't it?
And
So
then Jade
cool.
Shadow said, "Kick him," and of course, that's what we did.
I
Because,
know, right?
yeah, you
And
got
it hurt.
It hurt. I'm sorry. Well, you know, sounds racist. Harry Potter is racist. Oh, Jade Shadow says I do it to him all the time on screen. Okay, kids, for reals. Let me see. I really, really hope I'm going to click on this, and they're going to say, "You don't need to be in this meeting. You don't need to be in
Hold
this
your
meeting."
finger. Well, I mean,
Darn.
cross your fingers and hold your breath. There you go. Hold your fingers and cross your breath.
I just got an email saying I have to be in this meeting. Okay, so here's the story, kids. Here's the story. I think we did discuss everything we discussed, and then of course we went into Harry Potter. Now, I really, really love you all. You guys are the best. I am now at 298. I'm gonna make 300. So thank you
So
everyone
close.
that came in and showed support. I really, really appreciate it. And thank you for all the people I was seeing you on Twitter putting out that. Before we leave, Finn, could you help me out here? Let's get some of these links in here. Let's see, Jade Shadow. She needs to get monetized. We need to get this lady monetized. Lethal use is a stronger word, but I don't. So get this. Yeah, Jade Shadow, she has her subs, but she needs her watch time. So if you haven't subbed, go ahead and sub. And if you go to her playlists, just go ahead and let it play. Give her that watch time that she needs. Give her that watch time that she needs. Oh, wait, Mega Geek. Oh, sorry. She's being kind to Mega Geek. Okay, but yeah, be kind to Mega Geek. He's actually a kicked. I know. Oh, Mr. Music Director isn't used to being kicked. Yes, thank you for your nice thoughts. Thank you, everyone. You all are great. Thank you, Ancient One. Yeah, he always likes
Casino's
to talk about,
in there. Casino.
Yeah, he can't join us, but he's welcoming us here. And yeah, I need some plant food, so I won't have to go excise to. Okay.
I am the man, Casino. I am the man.
Yes. Who else is in the? See, Well, of course, my Nerdy Home, she has a channel. Thank you for your support. Ryan was here, but I don't know where he went. Raging Ryan, he has a lot of rage in him right now. So don't want to mention anything to do with Filoni and the Rookie Critic and Culture Casino. And if I'm missing anyone, I'm sorry. Speaking of which, you see, that's the alarm that says I've got to go. But I appreciate you all. I love you all. And when I get to 300, I'm going to put up a GIF of the 300 or GIF. And that's just really exciting.
You got to say ta-ta when you go.
Oh, you're going to say ta-ta. Okay, so thank you. Wow, I've got 17 in here. This is amazing. I should be at 300. Okay, let's check. Let's check and see if we can do this. Gosh, I don't want to complain, though, about having to go to work because a lot of people are less fortunate than I am and don't have a job. So it's pretty bad when I sit around and complain like, oh, gee, I have to go to a meeting. 299. Who will be 300? Who will be 300? Let's do this, kids. And maybe I will have a celebration live stream. Part of me is thinking, help me out here, kids, because it's only 300. I mean, is it tacky to have a party for 300, a celebration? Or should I just do it anyways, just for an excuse to have a party?
Yeah, just do it.
Just do it? Okay. Well, we'll think about that. Yeah. And, all right. Well, thank you very much, everybody. Thank you very much. And please stay tuned on my Twitter and everything. Help me out with this Xbox stuff. I really need help. You're my only hope. And I'll make you part of the fun if it doesn't drive you insane having someone that is so completely...
So,
question time with Miss Martin Uses.
That's right.
Yes. I know. Whenever I say Miss Martin, it makes me sound like I'm a teacher or something. Okay, so here's what's going to happen. I'm going to go ahead and I'm getting more people joining. This is terrible. Hey, well, do you want me to just leave the stream going if you all want to keep talking? I trust you.
I have a question for you.
Yes, sir.
What if I unsub and then resub?
Then I'll hate your guest.
Doesn't work.
Oh, wait. Someone says I'm there now. Did I get it? Did I do it? Let's see.
I see 299.
Yeah, 300 babies.
Oh,
300.
Wait, hold on. Let me unsub so you go back down to 299.
Okay.
I'll unsub too.
Thank you. Yeah, everyone. This is great. You're there now. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you to the Academy. Thank you to everybody. Oh, yeah, Shellback, thank you. I'm going to go ahead. Actually, I'm going to end the broadcast. But if you all want to keep chatting, please feel free to go chatting. I'm just going to have to leave because I have to pretend I'm a grown-up. Thank you, Lady Celtic Moon. Thank you, everyone. 300. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Have a great day, everyone. Have a great day. And be certain if you have an Xbox One, to get in touch with me.
Hey.
Ta-da!
Thank you. Bye.
Fuck Naughty Dog.
What?
Hey now.